In T-Hub, you define your QuickBooks posting preferences to tell the system how you want to post your online orders into QuickBooks. The preferences are divided into sections of transaction type, customer, items, shipping, taxes, and other settings. Let's look at transaction type. So here you tell T-Hub how you want to record your online orders into QuickBooks. You choose sales receipt or invoice, sales order, or estimate. In most cases, you would choose sales receipt, especially if you are charging the credit card on the website, in which case these are completed sales and they should be recorded as sales receipts in QuickBooks. In some cases, you may choose to record the online orders as invoices in QuickBooks. You can choose to mark the invoices as paid in QuickBooks, or you can choose to record your online orders as sales orders in QuickBooks, or in some cases you might want to record it as estimates. Now within invoice and sales order, you have the option of dropship. Now what the dropship does is if you enable the drop shipping, it allows you to create purchase orders in QuickBooks for your online sales. So let's say you're selling some items on the website, and for some items you do not hold inventory in your store. Instead, you ask your vendors to ship the products on your behalf to your customers. In that case, you would say, you would check the dropship enable flag, and you can say you dropship all items, or you dropship certain items which are marked for drop shipping. So if you have this option selected, T-Hub will create purchase orders for all the items in the order. And if you have this option selected, it would create purchase orders only for the items which you have defined as they need to be drop shipped. If you're doing drop shipping, if you're creating purchase orders for your drop shippers, you would need to tell the system which vendors need to ship those products. In QuickBooks, you can define the preferred vendor for your items. So you can use the preferred vendor defined in your QuickBooks item list to create the POs. Or you can say all the POs should be created for one standard vendor, and you can choose the vendor name from your QuickBooks. You can also set the email flag. So when POs are created in QuickBooks, T-Hub will mark the to be emailed flag, in which case you can easily email all the purchase orders to your vendors. If you're doing sales order, you also have the dropship flag enabled for sales order. In addition, you can also create an invoice against the sales order. Let's leave it the preferences as sales receipt. The next set of preferences under this section is for numbering the transaction in QuickBooks. You can use the website order number as the QuickBooks transaction number, but in some cases the website order number could be longer than what QuickBooks supports, which is 11 characters. In those cases, you can say let QuickBooks generate a number, and you can save the website order number in some other field in QuickBooks, specifically memo, FOB, or PO number or check number field. So specifically in the case of Amazon, the Amazon order numbers are much larger than what QuickBooks supports. So in that case, you can select this option to record, to let QuickBooks generate the sale number and save the website or Amazon order number in memo, FOB, or PO number field. If you choose this option to use a website order number in QuickBooks, you have the option to define a prefix in front of the order number if you want to identify the source of the orders in QuickBooks just by looking at the order number in QuickBooks. When orders are posted to QuickBooks, you can set the transaction date as either the order date from website, which is the most common. You can also set the date in QuickBooks as the date you actually post those orders into QuickBooks. Or if you're doing shipping, you can choose to have the shipped date as the transaction date in QuickBooks.